poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another movie review. This movie review is a movie on Netflix, and it is called Work It, and it is a movie all about dancing, and I do believe it came out in 2020, and the main reason I watched this is because it has Sabrina Carpenter in it, and she's currently one of my favorite singers, and I've been listening to her songs on repeat, on my way to work, on my bus journeys. She has 50 songs out in her This Is Sabrina Carpenter on Spotify. That's just what I've been listening to for like the past 3-4 weeks. It's a fucking banging playlist, and one of the songs on that playlist is from this movie, so it gave me the idea to watch this movie just because I thought it was cool. I'm a huge fan of Sabrina Carpenter, so I'm like, might as well watch this movie. She's in it, and she's been in quite a few films, to be fair. She actually started off as a Disney kid, so that's something that you probably didn't know. But Work is a 2020 comedy musical, which is 1 hour and 33 minutes. It has a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb, an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3 out of 5 on Common Sense. You can watch it on Netflix, and it is all about an awkward 18-year-old that achieves near perfection by sheer hard work. She vows to transform her gawkiness through dance and refine her skills until she can compete at a competition. So how the story actually goes is she's a huge fucking nerd. Sabrina Carpenter is a huge fucking nerd, and she basically plays the cello, helps out an old person home, and she is absolutely flying colors in her grades. She is like passing them like above and beyond. She is like the ideal sort of nerd and the perfect person to go to college. However, the person that she's talking to in college, you know, the interview is like, hey, we're looking for something a little bit different, someone who's a little bit more outside the box and doesn't just fill the box but explodes the box, someone who's a little bit more out there. So Sabrina sort of gets herself in trouble by saying that she's a Thunderbird, which is a dance group at her school, which she recently got kicked off the team for because she spilled coffee on the lighting and basically fucked everything up. That is what she did. She was a backstage lighting person. She was an illuminator by lighting up the stage, and she basically lied, saying that she was a dancer. So now she has to audition for the dance team. She has 2 weeks to put together a dance thing. She fails, so she puts together her own dance team. They work really hard and get an ex-dancer to choreograph, and her and the ex-dancer and Sabrina start going out, start dating, and then Sabrina just barely passes. Her and her dance buddies just barely pass, getting through the qualifiers. They then get found out, and they get the main dude fired, and then Sabrina gets sort of technically grounded by her mum because her grades slip. So then she ditches dance, and then she gets really sad and depressed, and she goes back to dance because an old person told her to and gave her like an inspirational speech, and she had like a moment of realization. She then sprints to all her friends, bets the band back together. They go to finals, and they absolutely fucking crush it with a 0.3 difference between them and the Thunderbirds, which has been their rival throughout this entire movie. They end with them having a massive dance party, and Sabrina and her best friend are going to the same college in New York. And I'm going to be honest, I think this film is absolutely incredible. All the dance choreography is insane. The amount of sort of effort they put into making it all look good, making everyone feel like a unit, and having them slowly progress throughout the movie. Because at the start, they all were shit. They were all over the place. Everyone was doing different things, and as it went on, so everyone started to sort of get more in sync except Sabrina, so it made her stand out a little bit more than the rest of the group, and by the end of it, everyone was in sync, everyone was perfect, and they managed to put Sabrina front and center, and that nice progression goes really nicely with the sort of how Sabrina is feeling. At the start of the movie, we have her doing her normal basic morning routine, like halfway through the movie we have her changing it up a little bit when she's a lot more happier, a lot more excited, ready to go dancing, changing her ways a little bit, which I really fucking enjoyed. And then we have the bit towards the end where she gets a little bit more miserable, and you see her morning routine sort of go into a little bit more of a slump, and sort of shows you how sad she is. And it's using the same scenes but with slight differences in how she's acting, what she's doing in those scenes, or how she's doing her activities, just to show how she's feeling. And I thought it was really cool, going back to like the main brushing of her teeth, the main getting out of bed, and the main car ride to school. They were the three things. It was always how she started her day that would be like how she felt for the rest of the day. And I thought that was really cool, really iconic, and something that just stood out to me whilst watching this movie. This is a Netflix movie, so of course we have some TikTok creators here, for whatever fucking reason I don't know, but there is some people from TikTok and like YouTube in this movie. Their acting is good, I'm not gonna lie, their acting is good, but it's still strange to see like TikTokers in this movie. There is also Wally West from the Flash TV show on the CW, with Grant Gustin, like the Wally West from that show. He's here as like the main antagonist, the main rival dancer, and he has like bright pink hair, and I'm gonna be honest, bright pink hair ain't it. I don't like bright pink hair. Bright pink hair just ain't fucking it, not gonna lie. And the costume design was pretty cool. I genuinely, this movie had me guessed. I was like full focused on this movie. I was hyped. I was sort of boogieing along. I was laying in bed watching this movie, of course, but I was doing a little sway, a little jig, a little dance, and I did the like excited thing where you struggle to breathe when you're too excited, when this movie started to get good and had those really good scenes. When Sabrina and her sort of boyfriend in the movie kissed under that bridge after doing a little dance routine, I got too excited to breathe. It was so fucking good. And this is one of the movies which made me like really happy, really excited. This is a feel-good movie. This is a movie that made me really giddy, really happy, really excited. And for that reason, I love it when movies make me feel like that, because that means it's a really fucking good movie. When it gets you hyped, excited, wanting more, and like so excited that you can't breathe, they're like the good fucking movies. They're the good movies. That's like the good shit. And the comedy was a little lackluster, and they made quite a few references to other Netflix properties, and specifically brought up Netflix quite a few times, especially with Stranger Things, and saying like the Netflix original, the Netflix special. They just sent references to other Netflix properties, and I feel like that was a little basic and a little self-centered with the self-promotion, because again, this is another Netflix product, so they're literally just promoting themselves, and I felt like that was a little big-headed, a little bit of an obnoxious. And again, some of the references I didn't understand, some of them that I didn't really get, but I was sort of found out about later. However, the one that I got pretty quickly was the Stranger Things one. I thought that one was pretty cool. The Stranger Things one was quite obvious. They just said you in the upside down, and I twigged that one straight off the bat. So again, maybe in a couple of years when Stranger Things isn't as popular, that joke might go over people's heads. I don't know. I feel like this movie's rewatchability is slowly fading and fleeting just because of the pop culture references that they used. And that's always the issue when you use slang and pop culture references in movies. It is a staple of the time, and as time goes on, the rewatchability of the movie sort of goes down because the references sort of become outdated and will feel cringy and sort of strange seeing it in the future. However, that dance choreography was really fucking cool. I have been dancing at my work to the music that have been playing, because we hooked up my Spotify to the speakers, so I've been absolutely boogieing down and getting jiggy with it, with some of these bangers that I've been playing. And you know what? I've learnt a couple of new moves from this movie, so I'm going to be using those at my work. So this movie's great if you want to learn dance. You can dance with them. The songs are absolute bangers. They absolutely fucking slap. And most of the fucking songs are Sabrina Carpenter songs. So it is literally a huge advertisement for Sabrina Carpenter. She's the main character, and like 5 of her songs are in this fucking movie anyway. So it is a little weird. being the main character, also having your songs in the movie, but they're not linked, but you can tell that it's the same person singing. It is a little bit jarring, but I don't give a shit. Sabrina Carpenter's songs are fucking fire, so I was sat there and I'm like, holy shit, I know this song. I fucking know this song. This song's goated. And yeah, I was just pretty hyped for this movie, not gonna lie. I was sat there, I was ready, I was giddy, I was all happy and jolly. I was like fucking Santa over here, sat with like a fucking smile from ear to ear while watching this movie. It's a great movie. Go watch it. Go get yourself Netflix. It's literally £4, not expensive at all. Go get yourself Netflix and watch this movie, because in my eyes, this is a masterpiece. This is like a 9 out of 10. There is a couple of flaws, but not fucking many, and it is still an absolutely incredible movie that you should go watch for yourself. It's an amazing feel-good movie. Like, even if the story is pretty weak, you feel great watching it. It is a massive feel-good movie, and it's just hype. It is just hype. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. I hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.